There's been some speed bumps, and that's to say lightly. But I don't think it's going to be bad at all. I don't think we're talking about a WrestlePalooza coming up here in February. I think Elimination Chamber is going to be decent to good.
Yeah. It should be good. It should be good. And our first two topics we're going to talk about is actually the Elimination Chamber matches themselves. Let's start with the men. We have our competitors. We have all six, including, surprisingly to me, but deservingly so, Javon Evans and Trick Williams, given that they, just became part of the main roster. But great surprises, though. And then we also have Cody Rhodes, who's trying to go back to the road of a rematch with Drew McIntyre. And we have our other competitors. So out of all the six men, I can't gloss over this one. Randy Orton. We already know Randy Orton going for that 15-time world championship. Out of all the six men, who you think is going to win that men's elimination chamber and why?
I think it's Randy Orton. I think that Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre is a WrestleMania caliber match. And we've kind of discussed this before of kind of what makes a WrestleMania caliber match and how it can be different than your average premium live event. To have a match for the WWE Championship, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, makes all the sense in the world to me. The fans, I don't want to chance them turning on Cody Rhodes, because Cody Rhodes getting a WWE Championship opportunity out of this match is not how a Rhodes does championships. They chase. They don't win opportunities. They chase. That's how Dusty did it, and that's how Cody does it.
But would you say it's kind of unfair to Cody to put him in the same conversation, or lack of a better term, as his father and grandfather? I mean, this Cody is different from both those guys in the sense that he actually has, a world title around his waist. Well, he had it. So, do you think it's kind of unfair to put him in that shadow?
The thing is that Dusty Rhodes is a former world heavyweight champion in the NWA, which does count for WWE championships. Cody uses the same formula. He absolutely does. He emulates his father in so many ways, whether it's his cadence, whether it's the moves in the ring that he does. So I think it's fair to keep Dusty in the mental headspace when it comes to Cody Rhodes. And that's why I just don't think that winning in February and then going for it in April is going to work for Cody Rhodes. The Royal Rumble is one thing. You get a little more time, a little more chase. But right now, I don't think it works. Javon and Trick, it'd be that would come out of nowhere, left field. If either of them won, I'm not surprised they're in the match, but it would come out of left field for either of them to win. No, I shouldn't say no one. I do not want to see Jey Uso win the Elimination Chamber. Triple H doesn't want to see LA Knight win the Elimination Chamber. So clearly, we're not going to get LA Knight. So I think it comes down to Randy Orton as the best choice to win the match, face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania for a potential 15th World Championship.
In my head, it's like conventional wisdom is like pick Cody to win the chamber just because he still got this story going with Drew. He still got to get that rematch. The foundations has been laid with that feud for months now. And I think that's an easy route to go to. But I do love the Randy Orton route. And I think it's about time Randy Orton start really chasing after a world title because I believe that he's going to get 15 eventually, but it'll be great in the fans' minds at least of him winning the championship or at least facing Drew McIntyre for it. I'm good with either one, but right now I'm leaning towards Cody just because they already got the bad blood with those two. Versus Randy Orton is like Randy Orton, the story is the 15, 15. That's the story. Not like this is hatred between Cody and Drew, which you also kind of want that on your WrestleMania too, because we already got that with but maybe it can work out for Randy in the sense that we already got that for CM Punk and Roman Reigns, like the bad blood feud. So I think I'm good with either one though, Cody or Randy.
I think a babyface Orton as WWE champion, once some of these folks come back from what are hopefully, slight to moderate injuries, post WrestleMania, can go after Orton as a babyface WWE champion.
Let me ask you this, a little side question here, still pertaining to the match. I've been seeing rumors on X from different wrestling fans that it will be like a pre-match interference, but take out one of the competitors. A lot of people are pointing to Javon Evans, but Jay Uso I think can fall in the spot as well. And
LA Knight.
yeah, somebody, and then
someone Triple H doesn't like.
and then that person getting replaced by Brock Lesnar. But I also think Sami Zayn is also in that mix too, if it were to happen. Do you want that to happen, or do you think just let them six go at it?
If that happens, I don't think it wouldn't be Lesnar because they're already figuring they're trying to figure out, who's going to step up to the plate and challenge Lesnar kind of thing for WrestleMania. Sammy, the only thing I'd accept is a heel turn because he needs one badly. And they are laying a foundation for that, I've noticed over the last couple of weeks. Whether they pull the trigger or not, because it's not the first time, is up to them. That box is a thing that showed up on Raw and SmackDown. Would seem really hokey for it to get wheeled down to the chamber and, for Chris Jericho to pop out of it or something. But if anything, the order in which I would put that in the way that it would possibly happen is the box and then Sami Zayn and then way down Brock Lesnar.
No, I feel you on that. I forgot about the box too. I forgot that's the thing. All right, that was the men's elimination chamber. Let's move on to the women, which for me was a little bit harder to pick because I think it's 3 definite winners that could come out of this. But the competitors are Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, who surprisingly beat Charlotte Flair, and Raquel Rodriguez. So out of those 6 women, who you think is winning the Elimination Chamber?
I really want it to be Raquel.
Low key, me too.
I want it to be Raquel. Like I told you with the men's, I was not surprised by Javon Evans or Trick Williams. I was really surprised by Kiana James. I'm surprised that, apparently Julia's star has fallen so much that, they didn't put Julia in this match. They put her lawyer character in this match. So beyond Raquel, I think, and I don't know if you thought the same way, that, you have possibilities for a Tiffany Stratton or a Rhea Ripley clearly to win this match. A dark horse could even be Alexa Bliss, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't see Kiana James. I wouldn't see Asuka, who I also think is not a good fit for this match, frankly. I really want it to be Raquel Rodriguez.
I want that too, but My thing is, with that, do you pull a swerve and have her go into Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vaquer to kind of like complete that story? I know you were against triple threats, but I mean this works as far as like story going. Because now Raquel's in a position where you put her against Jay Cargill, obviously, but I don't see them two having chemistry right away to where it'll be a good match. So like if Raquel
I
win, what do you do?
So I agree. Unless I haven't seen it, I don't think that it's specifically saying that the winner of the Elimination Chamber has to face the WWE Women's Champion. But if it doesn't, that's a triple threat match that works the way it's supposed to. This is a match ostensibly right now between Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan. But storyline wise, Raquel Rodriguez wins the opportunity and decides of her own volition that she is going to forsake a straight up one-on-one match to put herself into a match with a less chance of winning. That kind of logic is what makes a triple threat match work, not just throwing together triple threat matches. And Raquel still saying, I'm going to win this match, even though I put myself at a disadvantage.
Right. And then on the SmackDown side, you gotta have like a last chance match to find that opponent for Jade, which a lot of people point to on the internet, at least point to Charlotte Flair as being that perfect opponent for, which I can see. You got a veteran who knows how to work the ropes, work the ring. Then you got Jade, who you got to make her look strong, and if Charlotte believes in you, she's gonna make you look strong. Something
Yeah.
that I picked up on. So like I could see that happening. As an alternate, I can see Tiffany Stratton just because the rivalry already happened between her and Jade. But other than those two, it's kind of hard. Like Rhea Ripley, do you put her against Jade right now? Is Jade ready for that type of smoke? Because Charlotte, Charlotte a legend, but she's here. Rhea Ripley is like all the way up here right now, as far as like worldwide popularity. So it kind of gets muddy.
I think Tiffany, for better or for worse, I think she did herself a disservice and a lesser likelihood of winning this match, because I don't think that the program between her and Jade went well. There's no one screaming for a return match between Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton. If you're in Tiffany Stratton's situation, you want people to scream for you to go get a world championship match, but it's not going to happen. Maybe it will, but it's not being screamed for. They have Rhea in a tag team program. They've got Asuka in a tag team program. The only one that seems really available to me is Raquel. And I don't think they go out of the way to keep Raquel so close to this overall championship program not to pull the trigger, to do a WrestleMania 11 type thing where Diesel ends up going against Shawn Michaels. Where Big Mama Cool gets to show Liv that it's her time now.
I just had a great point. I just had a funny thought. What if it was Kari Sane in the box?
Oh my God, could you imagine? And why? I don't know who's going to be in that box. Grayson Waller in the box.
Grayson Waller in the box. Ask the mask man.
You want to talk about a hat on a hat and a gimmick on a gimmick? Like the masked man pops out of the box.
I got 3 more questions for the episode, kind of like quick hit points. You already talked about it with the injuries. We already know the news about Bronson Reed. It's going to be out for a while. Braun Breaker with the hernia is going to be out for a while. Seth Rollins, who knows when he's going to come back. And all those guys were part of the Vision. With all that going on with the injuries and people losing faith in the Vision, which just has Logan Paul and Austin Theory right now and Paul Heyman part-time. Do you think they should just break that whole thing up?
I mean, first of all, let's give Paul some credit. I'm not really sure he's actually part-time.
No, because
But
it's like he like say stuff with the Vision, yada yada yada. Then let me promote Brock Lesnar too. So like,
okay, yes, client wise.
yeah,
So the only thing, and I don't think they do this, and I think it would be the wrong decision, would be to bring Brock Lesnar into the fold of the Vision, which just doesn't make sense. There isn't anyone I can think of that has enough oomph and has enough heat with the fans that their addition to the Vision wouldn't just be looked at as, oh, they're just trying to, plug the hole in the ship. So I don't know. And I hate to be so indecisive, but the Vision as an idea, to do away with it so quickly would be such a shame.
In order for the Vision to be salvaged, they gotta go crazy in the tag division, like both of them, and actually win the belt. All right, question number 2. There is a feud going on between Becky Lynch and AJ Lee going all the way back to the summertime 2025. They're about to battle it out for the IC belt. Now, I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet. This is just the internet, but I've seen it. And people don't like this feud. People don't like AJ Lee promos. People think Becky Lynch is annoying. Now, let me ask you this, right? I know you, Alec. Let me ask you this. You got the look on your face. Has this feud between Becky Lynch and AJ Lee lost its steam?
Has it lost its steam? Yes. Is it not an appropriate WrestleMania match? Of course it is an appropriate WrestleMania match. AJ Lee's promos, she doesn't speak as naturally as her husband. They do not sound contrived. There's a difference.
I thought the whole point of her gimmick was to be awkward.
Yes, it is. Actually, dating back to 2013, 2012. But even if 14 years later, which, wow, I had to think about that and see if I was actually correct. 14 years later, even if that weren't the case, and it's just AJ Lee and not a gimmick, even though she's still doing the skipping, she's not as natural. She hasn't been around. But I can tell what she is saying in her promos is real. And that can still be, two things can be real, can be the correct answer at the same time. That her promos aren't 100% natural, but they are 100% real. So I don't see any problem with AJ Lee's promos. I think Becky Lynch is, again, trying to reinvent herself. I don't see a problem with that. She does the heel thing like a real heel. And I think a lot of fans have gotten used to like these tweeners and like everything over the years where they forgot what a real heel sounds like. And especially not just a real heel, but like a Weasley heel. That was Dominic Mysterio like the last 2 years. Becky Lynch right now. Has it lost steam? Anything's going to lose steam from July through April. Especially when it's not every couple weeks. You know, there was WrestlePalooza, there was Survivor Series, and now you got WrestleMania.
My quick opinion, I love this feud. I think it's funny. I think Becky Lynch is doing great. I think AJ Lee is doing what she's supposed to do. Do I want her to be a little bit strong on the mic? Yeah, but this is also AJ Lee. She's on brand. So I have no problem with this.
And this is in Chicago. AJ Lee has to win this title.
Oh, she's winning it. Oh, there's no question.
And that sets up the WrestleMania match, and I have zero problem with that.
Absolutely. Now, last question. We talked about this earlier. Brock Lesnar is issuing an open challenge at WrestleMania. We've seen this before. Randy Orton, he had an open challenge, and guess who answered? Joe Hendry. With Brock Lesnar this time, who's going to answer that? Who you want to face Brock? My mind goes straight to Obafemi, and I've been pitching this for a long time. Obafemi must take that dominant mantle from Brock Lesnar. He is the one to do it. If he beats Brock Lesnar, it's going to be believable. Hell, maybe even damn near dominate Brock Lesnar. Maybe like a 52-48 type of deal. Make Brock Lesnar sweat. Make Brock Lesnar pull out more moves than suplexes and F5s. Make him really get in his bag. And I think Obafemi is the wrestler to do that. That's my number 1, 2, and 3 choice.
Otis. Just kidding. Brock Lesnar. It seems pretty obvious kind of pairing with Obafemi, right? You know, like you said, I can't think to make that open challenge a joke would be unfortunate. No one's exactly coming to mind besides Obafemi, and that's why I'm hoping they're going to use the time between now and possibly before WrestleMania, right before WrestleMania, for like Obafemi and Rusev to have like a quick program to, you know, highlight Obafemi week after week. You know, he's been doing stuff with Kit Wilson and, you know, the Oba feminists. That doesn't scream I'm about to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, but you know, doing a quick program with Rusev and getting that out of the way, get some TV time. That's more like it. And it would certainly be a hell of a match. Especially if, you know, Brock treats him like he ought to in the ring.
Well, we'll see what happens at WrestleMania, but I'll focus on Elimination Chamber. Of course, we're going to keep our eyes on it. We're going to watch it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see who's tying up the picture, road to WrestleMania.
And CM Punk beats Finn Balor.
Yeah. Side note, CM Punk beats Finn Balor. All right, this was the Pipe Bomb main event here on Stacey on Sports. Thank y'all, wrestling fans. We'll catch y'all on the other side of the Elimination Chamber.